Hey, how's everybody doing? I'm going to give everybody just a second to jump on, but I really only have a few minutes, and I thought I need to jump in here and kind of let you know what's going on. I normally don't teach a class until 10:30 on Mondays, and so I wasn't able to do my Monday morning motivational yet. I'm going to jump on a little bit later and get that in for the Make Your Mark series that we're doing live every single Monday. But right now, I wanted to ask you and kind of clue you in to something that I had to change in my diet. Probably a good year more, a couple years ago, probably. I think it was probably a good at least 18 months, maybe. And I've noticed a drastic difference. My hair is already crazy because I subbed a class for a friend and it's already a little sweaty, but I feel so much more free when my hair is down than when it's pulled up in a ponytail. So I'm going to enjoy it down for a little bit longer. I wanted to know if you also possibly, if you're experiencing bloating or skin issues like eczema or breaking out or, acne, dry skin, irritated skin, digestion problems, whether it's slowing down or speeding up, or if you feel a difference in your joints, or some other signs of inflammation going on in your body, then you could be like me and need to make this little simple swap out in your daily eating and post-workout routine. I'm Angel Balanced, by the way, Life Fit Mama. So if you're watching this video, you're connected to my like page right now. So make sure that if you want to continue to receive videos from me, that you click the follow button and you'll get notified every time I go live. And you can decide on which videos you want to listen to and which ones you want to skip. But I hope that you'll join me for all of the conversations. Okay, I really only have about 5 minutes, so I want to dig into this. So if you read the top of this post, then you might be someone who has dealt with, some bloating or some discomfort in your digestion, so maybe even some cramping, or you maybe have issues with your skin breaking out or getting dry patches like eczema. That's what I was experiencing. And if you're in the world of fitness, if you have started a routine, if you started working out every day, then you probably know that you've probably been advised by somebody at some point in time to start taking make sure that you consume protein after your workout, right? Everybody's told this. Everybody's told to make sure to consume protein within an hour or two of your workout. And usually we do encourage that you have about 20 grams of protein. Now, it really doesn't have to be way higher than that. I do see some people kind of going a little out of control with that. They think that the more protein, the better, but that's not actually true. But that's for a different video. But the point is, if you're working out every day, you probably know the importance of consuming protein after your workout. And most likely, especially if you are talking to, I don't want to stereotype, but a common approach for a lot of people, or a common advice that people immediately give, is to reach for whey protein shakes. And I did that. I jumped in on the bandwagon. And when I first started working out, I was reaching for whey protein shakes. And if you don't know, whey has a dairy component to it. And, if you know already, or if you are kind of curious or kind of starting to pay attention to the way that your body responds to different dairy products, then you may already know that you're kind of a little bit lactose intolerant. Because when you drink milk or you eat ice cream, you get bloating, gas, or, where it feels like your tummy just starts to swell out, or there's a little bit of cramping, or when you're going to the restroom, you're anywhere from diarrhea to constipation, or you also notice that you start to get little breakouts or dry patches in your skin. That could be an indication that you're also lactose intolerant. And while I'm not an extreme case, I have noticed that when I get more and more dairy or this whey protein in my system consistently, like day after day, and over time I start to notice and feel these discomforts, and I knew I needed to make a change. So, and what really solidified it for me was whenever I made the decision to change out my original whey protein shakes for a plant-based protein shake. And this meant that I was no longer getting the daily dose of that dairy, that whey protein, in my body. And so there was less inflammation happening in my body, less digestive problems happening in my body, and I was in my skin, the eczema issues, the dry patch issues, as well as the digestion, the bloating, all those things started to go away. And so a lot of people kind of think there's a kind of a common myth, really, or this idea that it has to be a whey protein or it's not a complete protein, and that's kind of false, really. You can get a complete protein and have a quality protein recovery meal or shake with a plant-based supplement instead of that whey protein. That you just have to look at your ingredients and make sure that you're getting you should look at your ingredients and make sure you're getting quality protein shake, whether or not it's whey or plant-based, either one. But when you're looking at your plant-based protein shakes, you just need to make sure that yes, you have a complete amino acid profile to it. And so when you're looking in the ingredients, you'll probably see at least you should have a pea protein and a brown rice protein. Now, the one that I use, I know uses seeds as well. So I'll get there's pea protein, and there's also an oat protein. There's a flaxseed protein, quinoa, chia, and the brown rice. So and I think sachainchi too is the other seed that is in the one that I use. But once I switched over to this plant-based protein, it made a world of a difference. My bloating went away, the skin cleared up, and I don't have as many little dry patches of eczema as I had in the past. I used to have to deal with it nonstop. You can ask my husband, like every single morning he would find me in the mirror having to deal with and treat these every morning and every night. I was dealing with these dry patches, these eczema patches all around my nose, my chin, and even I can tell you that I've been someone who's had dry skin literally all my life. I remember my mom always telling me, drink 8 glasses of water, and I was putting lotion on immediately after I got out of the tub and all those things, but my skin was still flaky and it was still cracking. And my feet, my hands, they don't sweat like normal people, honestly, because they're so dry. But I can tell you that over the last several years, the improvement that has been made, I used to not be able to get in and out of the shower without immediately feeling like my skin was cracking open. And since over the last several years of changing my nutrition and paying attention to those things, I'm not having to deal with that. You can, again, there's my husband, he just jumped on, so he can confirm for you. It used to be like that, but no longer. So, I'm encouraged that I can continue to heal my skin and heal my gut, which also has an impact on my skin, and my, complexion through nutrition. I can heal it. So anyway, I wanted to let you guys know that you don't have to think that you're getting a less quality protein option by going with a plant-based option versus a whey. In fact, you may actually be doing your body a favor, because when you're getting a plant-based protein, you're actually also being able to get a ton of more vitamins and minerals that are naturally found in plants. And so you're not necessarily going to be getting that when you're consuming whey. And then so when you switch over to a plant-based protein, you may actually notice that your energy is more pure, and you're able to get in a better recovery from your intense workouts. So if you already know a nutritionist, or if you want to, you could look up a nutritionist in your area and have that conversation with them. Say, look, I want to learn more about plant-based proteins. You know, are they truly more hyperallergenic? Are they truly better for less inflammation in my body? Is it true that they will be easier for my body to digest and absorb all the vitamins, nutrients, and the protein that my body needs, and allow them to fully educate you and maybe give you the opportunity to recognize some symptoms in your body that could be related to the way, if you or a lactose intolerance, or, you know, at the very least, if it could be contributing to any skin or digestion problems. Because I know for me that when I do have an increased dairy consumption, that I start to have, like I said, the eczema and these other gut issues. But for some people, it can get even more serious. It can develop into things like asthma and chronic acne. And thankfully, it didn't get to that point with me. But, you know, if I was to continue with that for another 5-10 years, who knows what I would be looking at in my 50s and 60s. You know, you hear about late onset allergies and all these adverse reactions to foods that previously people were fine. And so sometimes it's that inflammation building up in the body that later develops into these chronic conditions. So very interesting stuff. I hope that helps you. If you have been experiencing any of the discomfort or the issues that we talked about between bloating and breakouts and all those things, then maybe give plant-based a try. And if you want more information or you want to be able to see all the ingredients that's in my plant-based protein, then ask me, just message me or comment below. I'll send you a screenshot of that so that you are able, or I'll send you a downloadable PDF of all the ingredients so that you're able to kind of take that and decide if it would be something that you would want to consider for yourself. All right, I got to run to class now, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.